Hello, hi everyone. It is me, the lovely Keisha D, and this is your random thought of the day. And I apologize in advance because I put my camera back on top of my computer, so my eyes are looking at my screen while also trying to look at my camera. So if I look cross-eyed throughout this video. Anyway, how are ya? How have you been? Temperature check, of course. I hope you all are having and have had an amazing week. Today is Friday that I'm recording this, but of course you won't see it until Sunday. I'm trying to be consistent and put it on a schedule. Look at me. So look, right? We're gonna keep this short and sweet and straight to the point because honestly, for the first time since I started doing this, I have absolutely no idea what I was going to talk about today. There was no random thought that came to my mind this week. And honestly, I was sitting there because I'm off work on this glorious day, and it's on those rare occasions where it's just me and the small one in the house. And I was watching this show. I don't know if y'all watching it. DR from Detroit, currently on BET Prime. Yeah, BET Plus. Oh, when I tell you that show is the best, that is some of the wittiest, most creative stuff that I've seen in a while. And that's saying a lot because it takes a lot for me to be interested in a series or a show. I'm usually watching documentaries, or I'm reading books or something like that, or I'm watching zoo shows and animals and whatnot and whatever. It's very rare that I'm going to just watch a series. But this one was captivating from the very first episode. And I am definitely a person who, if you don't grab my attention immediately, then I ain't interested. This one, again, haven't seen it. It may not be everybody's cup of tea. Understand, I apologize in advance. There are some adult themes in it and a whole lot of cursing in it. But it's funny, it's hilarious, it's clever. There's a wonderful dynamic of black people in friendship and quirky black girls, and this is all awesomeness. Anyway, that's not what this was supposed to be about. I'm just saying. So I was up there laying down, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm watching this show. This is awesome. This is great. And then I was like, ooh, big girl Keisha in mine was like, hey, we need some sweet, because I had just ate some samosas, and they're a little spicy. So I was like, ooh, I need some sweet now. So I was going to get up because ain't nothing in here Keisha friendly. I was going to make myself some little faux donut holes. Yeah, big girl. Anyway, but I was like, hey, you should probably record something. So I am. Now, as funny and quirky and bubbly I seem to or appear to be right now, that is definitely not indicative of how my week has been. It's been all over the place, and lately I've just been moody. Emotions here, there, and everywhere, up, down, around, and through, with yellow, orange, green, and blue. If you ever read The Berenstain Bears, you'll get that reference. If not, so, like I said, my emotions have been all over the place. My thoughts have been all over the place. I've been up in the clouds, and I'm either really, really happy or I'm very sad or whatever. And I've been kind of dumping on myself a little bit because, y'all, look, my life is very routine, we'll say, mundane, even. Run of the mill. I don't do anything out of the ordinary. I can pretty much predict every part of my day. I do the same thing. I get up, I go to work, I get off, I cook, I do whatever else until it's time for me to go to bed and watch, rinse, repeat. Every day. Sometimes I may throw in a little grocery shopping for a little razzle dazzle, but I don't go nowhere, I don't do nothing. So, and I was kind of feeling a way about that, and how I just feel like I'm just stuck in a rut, and I'm just on pause, and it seems like everybody else's life is going. And even that aside, because I rarely ever look at other people's lives unless they're like people who put their lives out there all the time. But still feeling like I'm just on pause, and it feels like everybody else around me is moving and doing things, and here I am with my very routine regular life and feeling like this is all that's ever going to be. This is it for you, Keisha. There's nothing for you to aspire to, because I mean, how can you go from one extreme to the next, right? Like it's not clicking in my mind that that's something that's realistic. So I was kind of in my feelings this week about that, and just kind of down in the dumps. And of course, you know, those intrusive thoughts are always trying to creep up when they feel like you're vulnerable. They wait until you're down and you're feeling a certain kind of way, and they opportunists. So they like, whoa, let me slither on in while she a little down right now. She's off kilter right now. We need to go and slide on in while we got the opportunity, and screw with her mind and screw with my mind. They did. On top of the fact that one of my children had a little health scare, so that didn't help. And you know what? As I've gone on this journey, you all know I've been trying to be way more positive, because before, those kind of things would drag me down and then I'd just stay down. So this time I'm counting it as a victory. I'm counting it as a victory because I can say I had down moments. I was just down. Because before, those intrusive thoughts was just, they weren't guests. They were permanent residents in my head. So I'm counting it as victory this week that I allowed myself to feel what I feel. Like, truthfully, when the thoughts came, the best thing I did for myself this week was just allow myself to think those thoughts through. And I know we're supposed to stay positive and don't let the negativity take root, but I needed to hear this out. You know how people come to you talking BS out the side of their neck, and the best way for you to give a rebuttal is if you actually listen to what they say, so I can definitively crush everything that you said that didn't make any sense. So yeah, this is where I was. The negative thoughts came and they were saying, oh girl, you ain't gonna never have nothing better than this. This is all you got. And you should just give up and just be happy that you got a life. This is it for you. And hope that your kids can do something with themselves, and because you're done. But when those thoughts finished, I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you finish. But what I got out of that, though, first of all, my life isn't over. I'm not even 40. And God willing, I'll live a long life. Even if I don't, I am learning to be content with what I have. If it doesn't change, or if I never get anything else, I have my health. I have my kids and their health. I have my strength. I am in my right mind. I have a roof over my head. I have food to eat. I have clothes to wear. I have means. I have provision. God has provided. So no matter what it looks like, yeah, my life may be on pause right now, but this is giving me time to put in the work and pay the dues and actually show that I can be committed to my change, that I can move forward even when intrusive thoughts come, even when you have those down moments and you're picking apart your current situation. Even though I can still stand up and firm and say, hey, this ain't gonna be it forever. So I'm gonna feel my little feelings today. I allowed myself to feel my feelings. And though I'm not proud of every moment that I had, I did give into some of some of the negativity and had a sour attitude for some days. But again, I'm going to count it as a victory that I didn't let it consume me and put me back in the dark hole that I was in. And instead of saying, yeah, this is all it is, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and exist and then one day it'll be over. Instead of doing that, I pulled myself on up and was like, okay, well, we're going to take this day by day. And even though I was laying down and watching an excellent show and was about to get my best fat girl Keisha on with my donut holes, I pulled myself up and said, you said you was going to be consistent and that you was going to continue to do this. So here I am, pushing through the thoughts, pushing past the comfortableness that I was in. Words have been wording me this week, Lord. Oh, but I'm going to keep pushing, going to keep going. I'm going to continue to let myself feel my feelings when I need to feel them. And then I'm going to rebut when I need to. And that's what I'm imploring you all to do too with me. Even when the negative thoughts, even when the intrusive thoughts, even when you're starting to feel down about yourself or down about your situation, pause. Don't beat yourself up for feeling the way that you're feeling. We're human. There was only one perfect human that walked this earth, and none of us Jesus. So you are going to feel bad sometimes. There's nothing wrong with being sad. Even the Bible said there's nothing wrong with being angry. You just can't sit in those emotions. That's all. You can't let them take root. So I am proud of myself that I didn't let them take root, and I'm proud of you too, because I feel like some of you all went through some stuff this week too, and you overcame because you're still here. We're still trying, and we're still going, and we're still positive. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'm not going to try to make this more than what it was. This week was a week. I was feeling a kind of way, and I'm still standing on hope and faith that my now won't be my always, but to be content with what I have. Because I'll be honest, when people have asked that question before, I'm the first one to say, nope, I am not content. And I think that's the issue. I am learning to be content with where I am. Use it as the lesson in my journey to learn, grow, move forward, so that when I am ready to move into the next season of my life, when I'm in my winning season, when I'm doing all the wonderful things and walking in my purpose and living my best life, I'll have laid the foundation for it, and I'll have the skills to cope and appreciate what I have, because I'll appreciate what I had. But that's it, y'all. I kept it under 15. Like I said, it's going to be way under 15 because it's a little stuttering part I had up in there that y'all will never see. I'm going to cut that out. Or I might leave it in because, you know what? I am perfectly imperfect. I am extremely flawed and quirky, and this is just who you get. As always, I want you all to be kind to you, and I hope you were kind to yourselves this week. I want you to give yourself a whole lot of grace, because this life ain't easy, y'all. And then I want you to be kind to somebody else. Like, comment, subscribe, of course, and share. And thank you all for returning and watching my videos every week. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to see y'all on the next side.